Mario Kart DS was revolutionary due to the fact that it opened the doors to online play for the first time in history. With tighter controls, new characters, and over 30 different karts to choose from, Mario Kart DS will go down in history as one of the greatest in the franchise. Let's take a look at all the different tracks in part 5 of our Mario Kart retrospective. We've partnered up with Happy Kids for this series, so download the app and watch for free. Welcome back everyone, it's Abdallah here with even more Mario Kart. I'm so excited to welcome you to part 5 of our series where we're going to go over the game Mario Kart DS. Now this game is super fun. I have a lot of memories playing this because there was a little dongle that you can put into your computer in order to make Wi-Fi happen. And at the time, that was revolutionary. You could never play any of your games online. So with the Nintendo DS inventing that, man, that opened up the door to so many different things. Learning how to snake, learning all these advanced techniques, learning all these shortcuts from watching other people's ghosts and the advent of the internet. Oh my gosh, so fun. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is jumping into this game. I'll show you guys one lap in each course, and you'll also notice that there are going to be some retro courses. So if you haven't already seen the previous episodes, go watch them because those levels are remade into this game. You're going to absolutely love it. Now, of course, after this one, we're going to go through Mario Kart Wii next, so stay tuned for even more Mario Kart. Well, without further ado, let's jump on into it, showing you guys one lap in each of these awesome tracks. Welcome to Mario Kart DS. This game is so good, man. I'm telling you, when it comes to handhelds, this is way ahead of its time. And there are certain modes in this game that have never been seen before, such as an entire, mission mode. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're gonna go through one lap in every single course. There's a lot of courses in this game as well, so I love the fact that this game was very innovative as far as karts go, as far as characters, as far as actual technical things such as snaking and mini turbos. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's take a look at the roster over here. We've got Mario, of course, Luigi's on board, you've got Princess Peach, Yoshi, you've got Bowser, you've got Wario, DK makes his appearance again, Toad is over here clapping his hands, Daisy's back from Double Dash, we've got a brand new character in the form of Dry Bones, Waluigi makes it, and of course a brand new character in the form of Rob, the robotic operating buddy from the NES. As an actual playable character. Are you crazy? Oh, this is so fun. Anyway, we're going to run Mario. One of the things that I also really love about the DS version is that there's 36 different karts that you can get. And the stats are shown on the bottom screen of the Nintendo DS over here with speed, acceleration, weight, handling, drift, and items. It's a lot more fine-tuned versus 4 stars for weight, 2 stars for acceleration. This is way cool. I'll show you them. Here's the B-Dasher, of course. You've got the standard, you've got the Shooting Star, the Poltergust, which is based off of Luigi's Mansion. You've got the standard Luigi kart, you got the Streamliner, you got the Royale, standard for Peach, you got the Light Tripper, you got the Egg 1, you got the Yoshi standard, you've got the Cucumber, Mushmallow, Toad standard kart, 4-wheel Cradle, Rambi Rider, DK standard kart, Wildlife, Brute, the Wario standard kart, Dragonfly is a tractor, Tyrant is some sort of Bowser claw, you've got the Hurricane over here, which looks like one of Bowser's planes, the Power Flower, you've got a standard DS kart for Daisy, you've got the Light Dancer, you got the Banisher. Wow, too many things. The Dry Bomber was the best kart in the entire game because the mini turbo stat and the acceleration. The Gold Mantis, and then Waluigi kart. You got the Zipper, Rob's Bottom over here, standard Rob, and then Rob Legs. Dude, this game is so good. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, you'll see over here that there are 8 different cups with 4 levels in them. So that's great. That's a big amount of tracks compared to Double Dash. So I'm really glad that they did that. They did 4 cups over here of unique levels, and then what they did was they actually started the Retro Grand Prix, which brings levels from Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy Advance, and of course even GameCube. The 4 titles before this, they're bringing some sort of content from there and remaking it. So nostalgia factor, 10 out of 10. Anyway, enough talk. Let's show you guys one lap in each of these levels so that you guys can understand what this game is and how good it is. Anyway, jump in. Our first level is none other than Figure 8 Circuit. This level is too good. As you can see over here, what we are using is the Dry Bomber. Now, normally I would use the B-Dasher, but this, oh my gosh, let's talk about this little tank over here. This tank is so tight on turns as far as snaking goes, it's phenomenal. Now, I'm not the best at doing this, but as you can see over here, using mini turbos left and right on a straightaway like that is going to be imperative for winning. As you can see, whenever you hold a mini turbo with the R button, you can press left and right on the control stick in order to spark up and get that mini turbo. Next up is Yoshi Falls here. Now, there are actual waterfalls that you want to look out for when you're playing in this level here. But the level is pretty basic when it comes to the layout. It's literally just a big old circle around an egg. So watch yourself as you can do this. Here's a little shortcut if you can kind of manage your way through it, especially with the Dry Bomber. Dry Bomber is amazing with acceleration on that mini turbo stat. And just like that, you're done with it. Enjoy the tropical sights of Cheep Beach. Now, those of you guys that have played the more new Mario Kart games, this is going to be pretty familiar to you, but this is the origin of it. Right over here, you'll be able to see all the different sights and, of course, jump along the water over here. So this is going to be so fun. There's going to be some ramps that can help you on board. Of course, there are going to be little shortcuts that you can take right over here, especially if you have good acceleration. I would say try not to do any bounces like that because it's super slow. Anyway, coming on over this way is going to be the final stretch of land. Using the Dry Bomber's huge acceleration and mini turbo stat will allow you to get gigantic boosts. Now here's a level dedicated to Luigi's Mansion. Oh my gosh, is this level fun or what? Anyway, taking a look over here, you'll be able to see that we're going to go right inside Luigi's Mansion and watch out for all the crazy booze and everything like that. The chandeliers moving, everything is just really on top of it. Anyway, you guys can see over here that you want to weave in and out. There's going to be a couple shortcuts that you can take. A shortcut directly to the left over that way. And yeah, man, this level is cool. You can see the little ghosts that are on the overlay. Trees that move left and right. There's going to be a great muddy portion over here. Yeah, you can just easily snake through this, even if you have the best cart, which is a Dry Bomber. I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice. Next up, we have the Flower Cup, home of Desert Hills, Delfino Square, Waluigi Pinball, and Shroom Ridge. Yes, all of you guys love Waluigi Pinball, so let's see exactly how it looked before it was remade into the newer Mario Karts. Alright, we're here at Desert Hills. Watch out for the angry sun from Super Mario Bros. 3 right up above over there. He's really not going to do anything outside of just make this place super, super hot, so watch yourselves. Drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. Anyway, what we're going to be doing right over this way is dodging through all these pokies and just really making our way through. You can kind of snake your way right down this way, do a little bit of that. There's going to be a couple of shortcuts you can take in order to clear these mountains. So just be careful as you're kind of moseying through this little S-curve. And then you're all set and ready to go. Here we go. This is Delfino Square, home of the Pianta. So if you've played through Mario Sunshine, you already recognize the species. They're very popular in Mario Kart Double Dash 2, and honestly in any of the Mario Kart games. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to head straight through this entire town over here. We're going to take a quick turn to the left and a quick turn to the right over here and be ready to go. There's a little bridge that we can do a mini turbo through here. And if you go through the hard right, there's a little shortcut that you can take over that way. Anyway, so as we can see, there is a rainbow bridge that are actual boost panels. What you want to do is boost over that way and continue forward. As you can see, this is going to be the lap, nice and easy, and you can snake your way all the way up the hill. Here we go, the infamous Waluigi Pinball. Ooh, why do people like this level? I have no idea. It's funny, and it's Waluigi, right? So let's jump on in and see exactly what's going on. If you're fast enough, you can outpace this pinball at the very beginning. And luckily for us, I've got a very fast cart that will help us do that. Whoa, okay, whoa, okay. We're good, we're good. Yeah, outpaced it. Excellent. Taking our mini turbo and we're going. All right, I'm going to take this turn relatively easily this way. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Got this little portion right over here for some mini turbo action. Woo! Okay, now this is a really fun part that you can easily snake on through if you're good enough. Okay. Yeah, a little weak, but hey, you know what? We made it. Yeah, we are going to be in constant state of boost right over here. Yes! So good. Here we are at Shroom Ridge, which takes a page out of the Toad's Turnpike book. But of course, we're not all going on the exact same side of the road. We've got cars that are coming towards us on the right-hand lane, and then we also have cars that are going along with us on the left-hand lane. So just be careful and know where you're going as you're mini-turboing all the way across here. That's the last thing you want to do is get hit by a car and lose your item. Anyway, to the left-hand side, in the grass right over that way, is a mushroom cut that you can use in order to shave off a lot of time. Right over here is going to be a pretty tight spot, so don't get hit by any cars as you're coming through this area. Whoa, nice. Another little turn here, another little last turn. Let's get a mini turbo, and we are all set and ready to go. Next up, we have the Star Cup over here, home of DK Pass, Tick-Tock Clock, Mario Circuit, and Airship Fortress. These are very popular levels, and their designs are awesome. Let's take a look at them. Here we are at DK Pass. Ooh, man, this is your very first snow level in the game, and traction isn't too big of a deal in this level. I do like this level a lot simply because there's going to be a big snowball, there's a couple different off-road shortcuts that you can use in order to shave a little bit of time. Most importantly, right over this way, watch out for the snowball over there. If you want to take a shortcut up this entire mountain, you can easily do so. Love that myself. And we're just going to keep on going downwards. So watch out for these big snowbanks over this way. They will knock you to the left or to the right. We're going to try to outpace a snowball over here and get ourselves launched straight through here. Yeah. And it's the last turn, so you want to watch out for these snowmen because they will bowl you straight over and not think twice about it. And here we are, the level called Tick-Tock Clock, based off of the level in Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 of the same name, Tick-Tock Clock. As you can see over here, this level is going to be super fun because it is a gigantic clock with a lot of clock pieces. We just were on top of the, I don't know, the face of the clock. Here's a little grandfather pendulum that will knock you over. And of course, we've got the inner gears right over this way. So you want to do a little left, right in order to make sure that you're moving forward and not backwards with it. So simple. All right, we're going to be moving this way and then, of course, turning this way. Watch out for that minute hand right over there. And we're going to see some gears. We can line up with the one that's facing forward for an even faster boost to the finish line. Now, every iteration of Mario Kart has its own Mario Kart circuit. So let's jump into Mario Circuit and see what's going on. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Mario Circuit without some Goombas on the track, so make sure that you evade those guys. Otherwise, you're going to get bowled over and lose your items. So, yeah, we don't want that to happen. Right over here are going to be some piranha plants that literally shoot fireballs at you. If you have a mushroom, you can easily breeze through that section. Right over here is an easy U-turn that we're going to use. Little dirt path over here. And then, of course, we're going to go right over to the princess's castle. Nice. So right over this way, there's going to be the final U-turn of the level. And we are... Ooh, another one here. Dang, what do we got? Yeah. Oh, easy snaking. Nice. Best level in the game right here. Airship Fortress. Absolutely love this one. I'm so glad that they remade this in other iterations of Mario Kart because this one is just so unique with the different enemies and the fact that you're on a fortress and there's an airship that is something that's going to either bowl you over, throw some enemies at you, and we're going to infiltrate it just by doing this. Anyway, inside these boxes are potentially some items that could help you out. Gigantic fire bars over here. And, of course, an obligatory cannon that'll launch you into the top of this fortress right over here. So, anyway, what you want to do is keep this as tight as you can. Here we are. Ooh, going all the way spiral down. And what we have is the final area. Do not fall on that left side over there, or else you're going to be done. And our last cup for the Nitro is going to be none other than Special Cup that houses a lot of unique levels and a very own iteration of Rainbow Road on DS. We're going to start off with Wario Stadium, Peach Gardens, Bowser Castle, and of course, Rainbow Road. And here we are at Wario Stadium. It is housed with many different fireballs, ramps, jumps, boost panels, you name it, it's probably here. Of course, very awesome of Wario to put this together. Now, there's no crazy shortcuts like in Wario Stadium on Nintendo 64, so we really just have to go through just normally in this, this very awesome track. Anyway, you'll see over here that there's going to be some aerial boosts. Watch out for the fireballs that way, and there's going to be a triple fire bar right over this way too. So keep your wits about you as you're kind of flying through these courses over here. And, ooh, here comes a triple jump. 1, 2, and that is going to be almost the end. Ooh, where are we at? A couple more. Yeah, big bumps over this way, of course. Doing a little hop around the corner. And the end. Boom! Nice big ramp to the finish. Let's jump into Peach Gardens. This level is definitely a favorite of mine. I love it because it is just so bright. I love the design of the track. I also love the fact that you can use a mushroom through these little flowers over this way. Yeah, right over to the right-hand side. Over here, you're going to be doing the exact same thing. The flowers will slow you down, but don't worry about that too much. Lots of different hedges over here, so be very careful as you're navigating through. And I don't know if you guys saw or heard, but the chain chomps are absolutely over there, so be very careful as you're going through. Anyway, right over here is going to be the dirt portion, so just be careful of all these Monty moles that are sticking their heads out, because they will completely send you flying if they hit you. And that's going to be it. Easy level. What kind of Mario Kart game doesn't have a Bowser Castle in it? Anyway, this one has a Bowser Castle, and it is really cool because the thwomps right over this way are gigantic. And you'll also see that there's going to be a lot of different turns and twists in this level. Oh my gosh. Anyway, right over here is going to be pretty interesting because you can actually keep on going this way in order to stay a little bit straighter and cut off a little bit more of the track. Right over here is going to be a huge spiral upwards, and watch out for this rotating, whoa, this rotating cylinder. If you stay the top route, it's going to absolutely be faster, so just be mindful of that. And then we're going to be launching ourselves through this section here. Watch out, do not fall in the lava. And we've got only a couple more crazy right-angled turns right around here, and we are going to be done with this iteration of Bowser Castle. Yeah, nice. We've finally made it. We're here at Rainbow Road on the Nintendo DS. This level is going to be a blast with all sorts of boost panels and you name it. It takes a lot of inspiration from the GameCube Mario Kart Double Dash, as you can see over here, but it adds a loop-de-loop in it. Look at that. We're going to go straight all the way up and down. That's a first in the series for any Mario Kart. So cool. Anyway, as you can see right over this way, we're going to be winding through, doing a little bit of jumping right over that way. Be careful around here because there are no railings to save you from falling off. And we're going to do a corkscrew this way. Yeah, look at that. So fun. Anyway, there's the obligatory spinning star right over that way. Awesome, awesome. And there you have it. That was the first lap. So now that all of the main levels are out of the way, we're going to show you a lot of the retro tracks. And if you guys have been paying attention to our entire Mario Kart retrospective, every single one of these tracks is going to be familiar to you. So let's see exactly how they translate into this game with the new mechanics and new characters. Bring it all the way back to Super Nintendo. This is Mario Circuit 1, of course. How many times have we seen this level in Mario Kart? I think we've seen it 3 times already, but anyway, I'm excited for it because it is so classic. It's got the colors. This time around, they actually brought the different green pipes on board, and it just feels really good to actually bring Mario in a tank in here. The cows are back. Here we go, in Moo Moo Farm, straight from the N64, remade into the Nintendo DS game. Love this. Now, of course, as we know in this level, we want to watch out for any of the Monty moles because they will pop out and completely bowl you over, potentially making you lose your item. So just be careful as you're doing that. Anyway, we're going to be snaking over here. If you decide to take the tight right, you want to watch out because you will absolutely get hit by a Monty mole if you're not paying attention. Anyway, right over here, that is going to be it. Easy. And here we are at Peach Circuit. circa Mario Kart Super Circuit, of course. If you take a look at the background over here, you'll see that it's very similar to what it was on the Game Boy Advance when we were playing that. Yeah, of course, like I said earlier, if you did not already see the Super Circuit retrospective, you gotta go take a look at it. This level is very fun with the winding turns. Of course, if you have a good acceleration cart, you can easily mini turbo your way through all of this and get a really, really good time. Awesome. And we're back into Double Dash realm over here with Luigi Circuit. Oh man, this one's fun because there's a lot of oncoming traffic, especially if you're playing with computer players. We're gonna stick to the right lane and watch out for the chain chomp that might actually bite us. Anyway, coming on over here, there's gonna be boost panels to the side over that way, but of course, taking those is gonna be a little bit slower. Jumping off this way is gonna be so fun because it will allow us to continuously do our little snaking all the way up like we know how, yeah. Alright, then this is going to be the last turn that will allow us to pass the finish line with flying colors. Alright, jumping into the Banana Cup over here, we've got a lot of retro courses, and I love this. Donut Plains is going to be really fun to see how they bring that to life. Frappe Snowland is fun, Bowser Castle 2, and of course they brought Baby Park. Let's jump on into it. Doesn't get any more classic than Donut Plains 1. Let's jump into it. There's a lot of winding paths in here, and that means that I get to use my mini turbo stat, of course. Now, since we're using the dry bomber, it gives a lot of acceleration and mini turbo, which will allow for very fast lap times and really no consequence for going inside the grass. Anyway, love this level because we can just easily breeze through this. Yeah, and not have to worry about it. Sweet! Welcome back to Frappe Snowland. Oh man, this one is so fun. I like this one a lot because it really encapsulates the gigantic Yoshi. It's got all the different snowmen that'll hit you in the middle of the track. And it's just a really good one, honestly. I love the N64 one better because there's some really fun Lakitu glitch that you could do at the very beginning. But still, this one's a really good iteration of it. And we want to watch out and not hit any of these boys. No way, Snow Boys. I don't think so. Yep, here we go. Great. We can do a little snaking inside this little area here. Little mini turbo. Oh man, I'm so trying. And that's what you have to do with this game. In order to get mini turbos and go fast, you just have to do these quick minis and just knock it all out. Anyway, awesome level. And here we are at the Bowser Castle 2 from Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, do I remember all of the iterations of Game Boy Bowser Castles? Absolutely not. But this one's actually kind of fun. I remember seeing seeing this in like full 3D like this, with 3D models. So cool. Look at these little hops that we're doing over here. I don't know if that was even worth it, but seeing the thwomps and how big they are, holy moly. Yeah, I don't know if that's faster, but I don't know. It feels like it. I'm just bouncing. Oof, seems really slow. Anyway, we're moving. Yeah, there we go. I think if you just go through without the boost panels, that's probably faster. Especially with my mini turbo stat. Anyway, don't get smushed by these guys, and you were all set and ready to go, man. And believe it or not, we're here at Baby Park. Why they decided to remake this level, no idea. But I know a lot of people really enjoy it, so I'm gonna opt to not, because I think it's just way too fast. Of course, a lap is pretty much done right over that way. This level has 5 laps instead of the normal 7, so I'll give you guys 2 laps just to show you guys what exactly is going on with this crazy track here. Now we're jumping into the Leaf Cup, and it has a lot of really memorable levels, such as Koopa Beach 2, Choco Mountain, Luigi Circuit, and the Mushroom Bridge. Let's see how these levels hold up on the DS version. Here we go. Koopa Beach 2 from the Super Nintendo. Man, this one is a very, very short track, honestly. It's really just a little circle. But, of course, you want to be able to keep an eye out for the little Cheep that are splashing about, and definitely do watch out for the water and grass that will essentially slow you down. But we're in this dry bomber, and we're going real fast. And here we are at Choco Mountain. Be sure to take a bite out of the mountains, because they're absolutely made out of chocolate. Yes, do that. Anyway, this is very nostalgic to the N64 version, because I absolutely remember playing this all the time. I think I played the N64 version more than I played this DS version. Either way, it's a very, very true port to the original. The music sounds amazing. And, whoa, 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 watch it. Unfortunately, we can't go up the side to the left right over this way, so we're going to have to settle on just taking it normally. As you can see, the falling boulders are here. I will not get hit by one. And this area over here is very scary because if you fall to the left over that side, you might actually fall off and have to redo some more of the track. Anyway, we'll see over here the last 3 humps and we are done. Alright, it's raining outside, and that can only mean one thing. We are back on Super Circuit in Luigi Circuit right over here. This is fun. The traction is a little wet, as you can see over here, but it's not too big of a deal. I do like this level a lot. I like the puddles that are an extra element of surprise in case you're not paying attention. And I do like all the different turns over here as well. It's pretty colorful too, man. This level's not too bad. I like seeing the Luigi blimp. I like seeing the different hangars over that way. Yeah, this is a definite true port to the original. And you can see the water droplets coming at you too, which is something that is a little extra. I'm down for it. Yeah, watch out for puddles, man. Oh, puddle! And here we are. From Double Dash is Mushroom Bridge. This one is super fun because you have to watch out for all sorts of different cars that are coming your way. Do not run into them, I repeat. The shortcuts are going to be relatively the same. You could take a off-road shortcut to the right over there with a mushroom if you wanted to. It spits you out pretty well. I don't believe that there are going to be any of the mushroom cars that you can bump into and get a free mushroom, but anyway, no worries. Right on the side over here, you can't go up the sides, which is a little unfortunate, but that doesn't mean that you can't snake your way to the very end like this. Anyway, pretty awesome level. And here we are at the last cup of the game, none other than Lightning Cup. You can see that we've got Choco Island 2, Banshee Boardwalk, Sky Garden, and of course, Yoshi Circuit, one of my favorites from the GameCube. Let's jump on into it. And here we are, none other than Choco Island 2. Yes, I do remember this one. They have a shortcut right at the very beginning in case you wanted to bust out a mushroom on that section. The piranha plants are very lively, but don't feed them. Do not feed the plants. Watch out for these huge bumps over here. That really slows you down, but it's littered with all of them, and I don't think you could do anything about it, so... Ew, that's actually gross. Oh, what in the... Yeah, I'm definitely not about that. Anyway, avoid those bumps, and then you can continue on. This one was one of the hardest levels in the N64, Banshee Boardwalk, yes. Of course, the boardwalk does have some railings in certain portions of it, but some portions do not, especially the narrow bridge section. Anyway, this one is a pretty true... Wow, look at that! Look at how true this is to the original. It's got the giant Cheep over there. I think that's like a Cheep Chomp or something. I love the ghost. This part is notorious for bananas and slipping off, so be very careful about that. We're going to be driving straight down this way. Here we go. We're going to go inside the ghost house. Usually there's bats. Yeah, look at that. The bats are actually out this time. Sweet. Yeah. Okay, really good port. Absolutely. And you can see the ghost elementals right over here. You just mini turbo your way to the very end and call it a day, man. Yes. Look at how good that is. It's a really good port. And here we are at Sky Garden. Definitely a favorite of mine. Yeah, I just love the music, and I love the off-road sections. I love that we're up in the clouds. Really fun. As you can see, there's a shortcut right over there if you choose to use one of your mushrooms and go straight through there. Very fun. You can see there's 2 shortcuts right over this way. I'll take this one. Very slow, but still cuts off a little bit of course. Not too bad. Anyway, we're going. We are going. Watch out for those vines. Do a little U-turn right over this way. Yeah. Mini turboing like a champ. Here we go. Easy, easy. Mini turbo right around here. Of course, there's a little boost that if you wanted to. Boom. Easy peasy. Alright, here we are. The final level of Mario Kart DS. And it is none other than Yoshi Circuit. Of course, this one is going to be pretty iconic with the shortcut that's coming up right over here. I absolutely love doing this one because it allows us to really cut off a big portion of track over that way if you have a mushroom or a star. Really, really fun. And it's iconic. A lot of people know it. You'll notice that you can't jump off the track over that way. Unfortunately, they've taken that shortcut out. I mean, I don't think it was really that much of a time save, but nonetheless, we're going to see over here that there's going to be a couple of U-turns, and then we're going to be done with the level. Honestly, the music is very iconic. I do love the Birdo over that way. I love the Piranha Plants at the very end. Honestly, a very good port. And there you have it, Mario Kart DS. What did you think? Oh man. Now I remember learning how to snake, doing the left mini turbo, then the right mini turbo, and doing some really fast stuff with dry bones and the tank. Oh my gosh, or I would use Toad in the tank, or if I wanted a little bit more power, I would use Rob in the tank. Oh, so good memories. I still remember about them. Anyway, one of my favorite games in the franchise for sure, and I honestly wish that there was more of this in the future Mario Kart games. I didn't even get a chance to show you guys all the mission modes that you can do in here. It was almost like a story mode. Anyway, you gotta get this game. Pick it up wherever you can and definitely play it. But that's gonna be it for Mario Kart DS. We mentioned a little bit earlier that our next game is going to be Mario Kart Wii, so look forward to that very soon, because I know a lot of you guys really enjoy that one. There are so many fun levels, and that game changed the future for Mario Kart for sure. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Only on Happy Kids Free Fun Learn.